I grew up stealing ketchup packets to survive. Now my family owns $1 million company. I still can't believe this is my life. When I was 9, I stole ketchup packets from a gas station because it was the only way we could make tomato soup. That's the kind of poor we were. I'm 27 now. And just last week, my mom moved into a paid-off house we bought her, 5 bedrooms, a backyard garden, and a kitchen she cried in because it smells like peace. I've never told this whole story before. But I want to. Maybe it'll give someone else hope. I grew up in a small, roach-infested apartment in a rough part of town. 2 bedrooms for 5 people, me, my younger brother, my baby sister, my mom, and sometimes an uncle crashing on the couch. My dad bailed when I was 5, and I never saw him again. I don't even know what his voice sounds like. My mom worked herself into the ground, cleaning houses during the day, working night shifts at a factory on weekends. Still, the fridge was often empty. I remember drinking hot water and pretending it was tea because we couldn't afford tea bags. She'd say, "It's just until next week," every week. But next week didn't get better for years. Once, I asked her why we didn't have a car like the neighbors. She said, "Cars need gas, baby. And we need dinner." That hit me harder than I understood at the time. By 14, I was hustling. Yard work, cleaning garages, flipping junk on Craigslist, selling candy at school, anything legal. Not because I wanted extra money for myself, but because I hated seeing my mom silently cry into her instant noodles. At 16, I started watching YouTube videos on how to flip electronics. I learned fast. By 18, I was making a couple $100 a month. Not a lot, but enough to help pay our internet and buy groceries without coupons. At 20, I was working in a warehouse by day, doing DoorDash at night. My body was always sore, but my mind wouldn't quit. I knew there had to be more. I just didn't know how to get it. Until one night, a delivery changed my life. I dropped off food at a weird little office full of 3D printers and tools. I asked the guy what they did, and instead of brushing me off, he invited me in. That 15-minute chat turned into months of weekend visits, learning everything from CAD software to product design. Soon I was designing small things, phone stands, cable organizers, fun desk toys, and selling them on Etsy. First month? $83. I almost screamed. That was gas money and half a light bill. I called my mom, shaking. "I think I found something, Ma," I said. She said, "Just don't get your hopes up, baby." But I did. I got my hopes way up. I quit DoorDash and focused hard. My brother helped design. My sister started managing orders. We turned our living room into a mini factory. Orders trickled in. Then they snowballed. By the end of 2021, we made $40,000 in sales. In 2022, $400,000. In 2023, we hit $780,000. This year, we're about to pass $1.3 million. We rebranded, built our own site, started working with local businesses to create branded items, custom mugs, keychains, tech gadgets. We rented a warehouse. Hired employees. We built a damn company. From literal food stamps to profit margins. But here's the part I'll never forget. The day we handed my mom the keys to her new house. She walked in, touched the walls, sat on the couch, and just broke down sobbing. She said, "I don't have to sleep with my shoes on anymore." We all knew what she meant. All those nights she went to bed ready to run, just in case we were evicted again. That fear, it never left her. Until that moment. We don't live like millionaires. No Teslas, no Rolexes. Just peace. Just security. Just, finally breathing. My brother's buying his first car. My sister's starting her own brand. My mom's planting tomatoes in her new garden like it's the most luxurious thing in the world. And me? I'm just grateful. Because the kid who used to mix ketchup with hot water to feel full, now builds futures with his family. If you're in the dark right now, I want you to know something: you're not stuck forever. You don't need luck. You need one door. One crack of light. One chance, and the guts to grab it. Keep going. We thought hitting $1 million would change everything. And in some ways, it did. No more eviction threats. No more choosing between groceries and electricity. No more pretending to be okay when you're silently panicking about rent. But here's what I didn't expect. The real change wasn't just the money. It was the silence. Silence where there used to be constant stress. Silence instead of my mom whispering to herself, trying to stretch $28 to feed 5 people. Silence instead of the electricity guy banging on the door. Silence instead of my stomach turning every time someone at school mentioned vacations I'd never have. Now I wake up and hear birds instead of yelling neighbors. I open the fridge and there's always food, like full meals, not just condiments and rice. I see my little brother, who used to sleep with his backpack on in case we had to leave suddenly, actually smiling in his sleep. You can't put a price on that. But let me be clear, it wasn't easy. We made so many mistakes in the beginning. Sent the wrong orders. Underpriced ourselves. Overpromised. We once lost $9,000 on a custom batch of products that arrived warped. That money was our emergency fund. I thought we were done. But we kept learning. Kept tightening systems. Took online business courses at night. Read every forum post we could find. I cold emailed 70 local businesses before one said yes. 1. That was enough.